Got a 2019 Silver Eagle, uncirculated, looking for $45.
Yeah.
47.
I got 47, 48 there,
49.
49. I got 49 once. I got $50. $50 once. $50 twice. Sold $50.
Hey everyone, it's the Asset Stacker, and as you see from the intro of this video, I did go back to the coin auction again last night. Went there a couple of weeks ago, so if you guys saw the video that I put out 2 weeks ago today, you'll know that I started going back to the auctions and back to the getting back into the gold and the silver. Tried to buy the dip a couple of weeks ago. Prices are still down. They dipped again a little bit yesterday, so I decided to go back. 2 weeks ago when I went, there was a gentleman there that seems like he and I were the only ones that were actually buying gold. I don't recall anybody bidding against me on these purchases, or actually really just this one. He didn't even bid on the 2 gram and the 5 gram piece, but he did bid me up a little bit on this piece here. But that being said, I went back last night and he was there again. So, and again, it seems like he and I are trying to grab the same pieces. But there's probably 50 to 60 bidders, maybe 50 bidders or so. But he seems to be the only one that it seems like everything I want's the same thing he wants. But that being said, before I went in, I did get there early, set my vehicle before I went in, and I checked. At the time that I was at this auction, I wanted to know what the cheapest online price for the 10th ounce Eagle and a 1/10 ounce Maple Leaf. The Maple Leaf, the cheapest one that was online at the time was $431.66. That was at Bullion Standard. I've never purchased from them, but that was the cheapest price that I could find online. So it gave me a baseline. I knew that the Maple Leaf, if I could get it for under $430, then that was going to be the cheapest and best option, is to buy it at that auction. So as far as the American Eagles, Bullion Exchanges, they had it for $436.94, so $437 roughly. So again, the Maple $432 and the Eagle $437. So that gave me a baseline. So I knew that I wanted to buy under that for sure, or if that, or I might as well just buy it online. So that being said, I went into the auction, and I'll go ahead and play the clip. I did do a little bit of recording. This is the first time that I recorded at the auction. When you go to these auctions, they have, each seller has their own box, and you can go through what they have. And they've got a sheet, a paper, that lists all the items that they have and what the starting price is for the items. I saw that probably 2 or 3 auctions in sellers merchandise coming through was the first one that had the type of gold that I was looking for. And it was going to be an American Eagle. And his starting price was $410. When I looked at all of the other Eagles that were for sale at this auction, all of the other starting prices were at $430, which to me was really, it would still be a little bit cheaper than what I could get online, but it still wasn't cheap enough to satisfy me. There's a little bit of a disappointment on that end of it, but this one started at $410, so I thought this might be the only one that I bid on, and sure enough, it was the only one that I bid on. But again, I had a competitor there, and this was the first piece of gold that come across that I was interested in. So let me play the clip for you, and I'll jump back in.
Next I've got a 2007 1/10 ounce Gold Eagle in the box with the paperwork in the proof. Looking for $410.
Yep.
I got 410. I got 410 once. I got 411. I got 412. 413. 414. 415. I got 416. 416 once. 416 twice. Sold $416.
All right, so as you see, that piece did sell for $416, and I am the one that bought it. It is a proof, and to be honest with you, I've never bought a proof. I don't care about proofs, and I know that a proof gold, I know that it typically could sell for a little bit higher, but again, this one started at $410 for the auction, and as you see, it just went up in dollar increments, and I did pick this up for $416. And what was so funny about it is the very next seller that came up on the block, so the guy that I normally bid against, it was just he and I that were bidding back and forth. He's the one that when the next piece of gold came up, it was not a proof. It was just a regular bullion. The opening bid for it was $430, and again, I wasn't planning on bidding on it, and he bid $430 for it, but he stopped at $416 on this one. So I don't know. He wasn't willing to pay $417 for it, even though it's a proof. Had all the paperwork and everything. Like I said, all of that doesn't matter to me. I'm stacking weight. To be honest with you, my OCD is troubled to even put this in my stack, simply because it is a proof, and it doesn't go along with, the standard bullion, but I'm still going to hold on to it. I'll probably, for right now, leave it in this airtight that it comes in, but like I said, I'm going to end up putting this in the tube with the rest of them, so I'll probably end up taking it out of this later on at the end of the year, and when I go put it in long-term storage, it'll probably be put into one of these airtight so that it fits in the tube. But again, that was the purchase. It is a 2007 proof American Eagle, and I did pick this one up for $416, which is, like I said, the cheapest price was bullion exchanges for just a standard, not a proof, but just a standard bullion was $436.94, so $437. So I picked this one up for $21 less than what I could buy a 10th ounce Eagle online yesterday. So that right there saved more than what I spent in gas going down, and entry into the events are free. So that was a good purchase for me on that one. Again, I'm looking for one more maple leaf, and the reason I'm wanting a maple is because the tubes, these airtight tubes, hold 20. I have 19. I need one more maple leaf to fill the tube, and I'm going to try my best to get that done this year, so that at the year-end review I can be completely done going into 2026. I don't want to have to focus any on maple leaves. At least get this one out of the way, and I'll have my 10th ounce tube completely full, and we'll be done with the maples completely. That being said, I still need 7 more Britannias, and I don't know that I've even purchased a Britannia this year. I haven't seen a lot, but I do need, so yeah, I got one right here that I bought earlier. So I still need 7 more of these, so I'll probably try to finish that up in 2026. I may try to pick up 1 or 2 of these this year if I can find them at a coin show or something. But so anyway, I was on the lookout again for the maple leaf, and like I said, there was a maple leaf. There was a seller that had a package of 2 120 ounce maple leaves in a little little Ziploc type bag, and I didn't know he listed on there the starting price $200 each, but he had two of them in the package together. So I didn't know if that means, because like I said, I'm kind of new to the auction. Does that mean that he was going to have to, the auctioneer was going to sell them both together as a group, or was it going to be sold individually? I didn't know, but I really wasn't interested in the 120 ounce because I'm, I don't have any and I'm not interested in stacking those. But right behind the 120, he had two 1/10 ounce Maple Leafs, and I don't need two. I just need one. I don't want to at all. So I was hoping I was going to stay. Unfortunately, this particular lot of coins that were going to be sold, it was not the last auction block. It was the one right before the last, so it was second to the last, and I had to stay the whole show just to see how this played out because I was curious. And like I said, again, I was hoping, and I'm hoping to fill that tube up, so if I could get my hands on it, I was going to buy one of those. And I was kind of hoping that they would not sell, and that I could just go to the seller afterwards and just buy one of those individually if they were being sold as a group. But anyway, I did record this clip of that particular auction, the 1/20th ounce and the 1/10th ounce, to kind of give you an idea of how that played out, and just listen to kind of how that kind of went away.
All right, got a sheet from Patrick. Just our last two here. All right, last two sheets. Hadn't said it for a while, but you need to grab your neighbor's wallet, spend like you always wanted to. All right, sheet from Patrick.
That's back there. There's nothing else.
All right, we got
120 ounce gold Maple Leafs.
All right, we've got two 1/20th ounce gold Maple Leafs. Looking for $400. I got 400. I got 400 once. 400 twice. Sold $400. Next, I've got two 1/10 ounce gold Maple Leafs. Looking for $800.
Bye, y'all.
See y'all later.
That's the winner of the membership here.
Jay. All right, two 1/10 ounce gold Maple Leafs. Looking for $800. Okay. I got 800. 800 once. 800 twice. Sold $800.
So as you see, they were sold as groups, and again, when the 1/20th ounce, when that was the first auction item on that list, and when it sold, I realized that it was selling as a group. It wasn't sold as $200 each starting, and you could buy one or both. It was, you bought both of them together, starting price $400. And honestly, I did look that up while I was sitting around waiting for that to come up to auction. That was a great price for those 1/20th ounce. I could have bought those, sold them, and made money. However, my cash was limited. I only went down with $1,000, and I'd already spent 416 of it, and I really couldn't afford to just buy the 1/20th because I was hoping for the 1/10 ounce. But again, as you see, nobody bid against the guy that's always bidding against me. He bought the gold 1/20th ounce for the $400. Then when the Maple Leafs came up, he bought those. I was hoping he would not even bid on them because by this time of the night, he had already spent a lot of money. He had bought quite a bit of stuff, and I was hoping that those would just not sell at all, and then I could go to the seller after the show and just offer to buy one of those. but they both sold for $800, and that was $400 a piece. And again, a maple leaf, the cheapest you could find them was $432 online. So I don't know what the guy that bids against me does with all the stuff that he buys, but if he does resell it, and he resells at the cheapest prices that you can find anywhere, then that one auctioneer, probably today, he'll sell those to, if he's got a shop or something, and he'll make $60 easy off of those. So, you know, good for him. I was just hoping to be able to pick up a little bit more, but I was able to pick this up, so I am proud of that. And that being said, today is Wednesday. There is the last coin show of the year that I know of in my area, because this is up, you know, this is November. So there is a coin show in Chattanooga that is coming up Friday. So in 2 more days, I do plan to try to go to that on Friday or Saturday one. And I am going to be going looking specifically for my final maple leaf and hope that I can pick one up. And I would love to get it for, I probably won't be able to get it for no $400, but I'd love to be able to pick one up, you know, somewhere, well, depending on whatever the spot price is Friday, and who knows what that'll be. So we'll see. But anyway, that's my pickups for, I guess, for right now. I ain't going to say for this week, because like I said, Friday there's an auction, a coin show. So anyway, I appreciate you watching. And if you would, you guys, I am so close to, the last time I checked, and I don't think that I've gone over since I've made this video, but the last time I checked, I'm sitting at like 3 people shy of 1,200 subscribers. If you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, would you please consider subscribing? I'd love to just cross over that little bit of a hurdle, and, you know, and just keep pushing on from there. But if you would, please like, share, and comment. I love it when you guys comment. I love the back and forth. I try to reply to all of your messages. Just leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And remember, you build your wealth one asset at a time, so keep stacking.